Sandy!
Sandy, we've got a feeling we've got to share with you.
Yeah, it's I'm going to kill you.
Hi.
Hello.
Who are you? Sandy, hello. We're here for you. We're really in. Sandy. It's not confusing what's going on. Yeah, I mean, like, we're not saying anything. Oh my god, I just ripped my sweater.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. And they were each assigned very hazardous duties. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
Sandy! My name is Sandy! It's Sandy! My name is Sandy!
Hello, you are listening to show number 48 of the Lesbian Mafia, and I am your host, Sandy. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? The only thing that I want to know at this moment is, are you tuned in to Rupaul's Drag Race? Have you been watching this? If you haven't, you're crazy, because this is one of the best shows on television. I don't have much to compare it to, but I can say that I have been enthralled with this show. I would have never heard of it because I rarely turn on that filthy piece of shit that sits in the middle of my living room. But I did read about it on delisted.com, and I saw a snippet of the video, and I was instantly pulled in. I said, this is going to be a show that I have to watch. And luckily, you can watch the show online, so I prefer to watch stuff online than to turn on that hunk of metal in the middle of the living room, because I just feel like it's demonic, and then it pulls you into watching things that you would never normally watch. Once you turn it on, it's like, I don't know what happens. I don't know. It's like, next thing you know, you're watching shit that you would never watch on channels that you would never be interested in. Like, you know, like you could turn on the TV watching one thing, and the next thing you know, you're on HSN, and it's just ridiculous. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So the TV is the devil, except for RuPaul's Drag Race. Other than that, it's the devil. I never watched America's Top Model. I never watched that, but this is in the same vein. And, you know, of course, the contestants they're in drag. And myself, personally, I would like to hook up with Jade. That's all I'm saying. And Akasha is fucking so hot. Like, these women they're so hot. These motherfuckers are so hot. What the fuck? They're so hot. Anyway, I think that would be my next stop on the sexuality bus, because I find women to be reprehensible. I find women to be offensive. I find them to be offensive. And so I think that my next live-in lover will hopefully be Jade from RuPaul's Drag Race. I love you, Jade. And if Jade doesn't want me, I would enjoy spending lovely evenings by the fire with Akasha or Rebecca Glasscock. You know, I don't mean to say anything else other than that. All right, why don't we talk to Nikki? Hello. Hi, Nicole.
Shmillo. How you doing?
Very good. So I was just going through some feedback, you know.
Oh, that's good. We encourage the feedback.
Of course. But I could, like, go to my inbox and have positive feedback, but there'll be that one email. I'll get, like, one negative feedback. And I'll focus on that thing, like, you know, I'll focus on that. That'll be the one email that I'll focus on in that day. There could be 50, 60 emails. Oh, I love the show. And I'll focus on that one email. And then I'll respond.
Right, like you don't care.
Yeah,
Meanwhile.
Yeah, I'll respond in a way that sounds like, oh, you know, I appreciate the feedback. Thank you. And I try to sound logical and mature and professional.
Right, and meanwhile, you're ripping your hair out. What do they know?
Right,
you could be ripping every hair out of your head while you're reading that and holding it all in inside, you know?
He's right. She has no idea that I set my hair on fire after I read that email.
What does she know? You could be banging your head against the wall, dripping blood. Right. You may think you're okay.
Right, she has no idea that I bashed myself in the head so hard I fell on the floor and I had a heart attack. And I had to call 911. On my last breath, I dialed 911 and I said, I'm dying. And they came and they had to give me the heart shocks. What do you call that?
Defibrillator.
Yeah, what does she know that they had to defibrillate me back to life today?
I don't know. What does she know? Maybe you stuck your finger down your throat and you started throwing up because you got so sick to your stomach.
Yeah, what does she know that I stuck 3 enemas up my ass? She has no idea that I took a box cutter and I cut myself all day. I went and I laid down in the bathtub and I sliced my legs up after reading her feedback. It's almost 2 years later and I still get continuous and constant feedback about that bisexual show. And most of it is, I agree. And then there'll be one that comes through every couple of months about the bisexual show that's negative.
Right, a bisexual probably.
I think you're stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think you're stupid.
Well, does she know that you probably bashed your computer into 1,000,000 pieces?
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. I respond appropriately.
On a rampage?
I respond appropriate and professionally. She has no idea.
And then eat your hands after.
She has no idea that I shoved my entire fist in my mouth. What does she know?
What does she fucking know?
She has no idea that I took a box cutter and I sliced myself across my belly.
You know what? Maybe now she knows.
Maybe now she knows that I have scars.
She knows what your mutilated body looks like.
I should take a picture of myself. I'm going to go buy a pack of cigarettes and burn myself. And I should take a picture of myself and say, this is what I did after I read your email. You know, it's very hard to cope. It's very hard.
What does she know? That you probably scratched your eyes out?
She doesn't know that I took a pencil and I poked myself in the eye.
And then write your name in blood all over the walls. They don't know.
Right. She doesn't know that I got right in the car and drove to ER. I went to Bellevue and they took my shoelaces. She doesn't know.
We take shoelaces and belts.
That's okay, because now I have a habit of, I cut myself.
You're a cutter.
Right. Now, of the PC people will be upset that we're joking about cutting and self-mutilation. I mean, it's amazing.
Well, expect another email. Expect another email.
And more cutting. They want to push me to self-injury.
Yeah, I'll come over with handcuffs and make sure you don't, do anything to hurt yourself.
Yeah, and then you got to put one of those things in my jaw so I don't bite anybody.
Yeah, well, have to 4 point.
Like Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown.
Bring you. Huh? Oh, that's showbiz.